Welcome back to another 3-episode review. This time, even given the worthless Appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest. Oh boy, it's another isekai. Okay, let's go to the description, synopsis, whatever, my enemy list. In a fantasy world where jobs are God-given from birth, heroes are born, not made. And Ain's job of Appraiser has put him about as far from the hero pedestal as possible. Used, abused, and eventually abandoned by his fellow adventurers, Ain decides it isn't worth going on. Lucky for Ain, though, the end may just be the beginning, as well as the new lease on life. Turns out his worthless job may just be the key to becoming the hero after all. This synopsis is, I would say, wrong. Okay, so what happens? So our main character is Appraiser. He can appraise like stuff from enemies, which, okay, I can see why it's not that useful because it's not a combat class, but in a bigger group I would see the use in someone who can appraise parts of the enemy to see which parts we should take to then sell later on. It is going to save a lot of space, a lot of unnecessary garbage you don't have to collect. Fine. Now he's in a group with 2 other people. They go into a dungeon. They go into a new part of the dungeon that seemingly is there. They explore. They get into a fight that is too strong, and he gets abandoned by those 2 other people. He then falls down a cliff and he lands near a tree, and that is the beginning of the story. Now at the tree he finds the spirit, which is the yellow-haired girl, which is like the spirit of the tree, and she's getting protected by this gray-haired girl, which is like a protector of the tree. And there's a story about the trees. It doesn't really matter. He is totally useless. This girl is going to train him. He's going to be insanely OP after like 1 or 2 episodes. He gets like a super appraise ability, which lets him see what the enemy is doing. He can then appraise their stats or their abilities, and then he gets those abilities, which means he gets like an ability to be immune to all debuffs and an ability to be immune to all physical and magical abilities or damage, and therefore he is just OP. And the whole idea is, hey, we find all the other trees. So he leaves the dungeon, tries to find the other trees, and that is more or less the beginning. He's OP, he gets followed by the spirit and by the guardian of the spirit, and he is trying to find the other trees, which are most likely these girls. And that is the story. It is as isekai as it gets. It is a power fantasy. The characters are not that interesting. I mean, she is like always angry, she's always nice, and he's like a good shoes, which meh. Later on he finds the people that abandon him, and he's like, yeah, no, he doesn't do anything. He's just like, yeah, you abandon me, I don't want anything to do with you. It just meh. If he was an asshole, we could do something. I could see something going on, but it is clear to me that this is just going to be a power fantasy. The rating is at 6.4. For me, it also is a 6. It is meh. It is box standard isekai. It is nothing to write home about. It is an average meh story. You can waste your time on it if you want. I don't see any real benefit of the show at all. But that is only my rating. Tell me what you would rate this show in the first 3 episodes down below in the comments.